on TikTok, there's all these people that are tagging Ben Shapiro because apparently they think that I look like Ben Shapiro. And so it's all these.
I've heard that.
So in these kisses, so it's me kissing the Alex Tigas, and everyone's like, "What is Ben Shapiro doing?"
Look at that big old smile on Kevin's face. What could have brought that upon him? Welcome back to Fruity Cereal.
Welcome, one and all. Forgive my quality. I am in my family's vacation home this weekend, and it's complicated. It's technology. I had to pack light. Let's just put it that way.
Fair enough. Kevin, happy Frozen Yogurt Day.
It's Frozen Yogurt Day?
It's Frozen Yogurt Day.
It's like ice cream, but worse.
Hey, frozen yogurt is delicious, okay? Like,
allegedly.
No, I'm not gonna fight. This is the place to have that argument.
All right. Okay.
Kevin's all flustered because he met a cute boy and he wants to talk to you about him. So,
Connor, my God.
Am I wrong?
I mean, way to just. I was gonna say bury the lead, but like that's the opposite of what you're doing. You're spoiling the audience.
Well, and
okay, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, gays and theys, we have a very, very, very special episode.
Why are you introducing them like it's Princess Diana? Please. Academy Award winner, acclaimed novelist. And humanitarian and winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. Kevin, please.
Okay. So if faithful viewers or faithful listeners can recall a few episodes back, we covered the announcement of a reality competition series called For the Love of DILFs, hosted by Stormy Daniels. On Out TV.
Yes, we did.
Yes. And today on our podcast, we have one of the contestants on the show.
Kevin, who is it that you're talking about? I'm lost.
Connor. This gentleman, he is not only a contestant on For the Love of DILFs, but he is also a children's book author. He is a dance instructor, and he was crowned Mr. Gay World USA.
That's actually pretty impressive. I will give him that.
And also he is an actor. I said.
He's so flustered, guys. Can we please just show him to you?
Yes,
let's
ladies
show everybody what Kevin has all
Tony Cannoli.
What's up, guys?
Hello
Tony,
and welcome.
I'm sorry, did I miss any of your credentials there? I feel like
missed
I did.
Princess Diana impersonator.
There we go. Exactly. Yes. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Thank you so much for being on the show. It was an absolute delight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
All right. So, Kevin is still kind of coming down from Cloud 9, so I'm gonna let him take a break for a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna start out as we always do on Fruity Cereal with the famed segment "Sounds Gay, I'm In." However, we're gonna let Kevin take a break because I think he needs it. We're gonna let him take some water, let him cool down. I will be taking the story of "Sounds Gay, I'm In." So we're gonna hop into a couple of news segments, some fun gay stuff that happened in the past week. Tony, please contribute and tell us what you think about these stories. All right. First story that here's the thing. I can't take an opportunity to roast Kevin lightly. Kevin sent me all of the stories he wants me to read. Every single story, apart from one, came from Instagram. Kevin gets his news exclusively from Instagram, and I find that hilarious.
And what about it, Connor? At least
the fact that this is like your news segment, and you're like, I just found it while I was scrolling.
I'm so excited now. I can't wait to see what it is.
Right, come on. All right. So, first story. Bad Bunny and Gael Garcia heat up Sundance with a steamy kiss. There may be snow on the ground in Park City, Utah, but the mercury is rising thanks to a buzzy new biopic with Bad Bunny and Gael Garcia Bernal. The two actors share a kiss in the new movie Cassandra, which tells the true story of Saul Amediares, an LGBTQ trailblazer in the world of amateur wrestling, who went on to become the first American-born wrestler to win a Lucha Libre world title. Directed by Roger Ross Williams, who co-wrote the script with David Teague and Julianne Herbert, it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. After a few images leaked from the screening of the steamy smooch, Twitter, of course, went wild because who doesn't love to see two handsome men sharing a kiss? I mean, that's kind of the reason we're all here, isn't it?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I will say I don't follow wrestling in any capacity, so I did have to Google who Cassandra was. But just seeing a couple of like teaser videos, I was like, this is actually pretty cool. I'm all here for the Trailblazers, as we.
Now, is the trailer out or it's just
the trailer was leaked, so there's like very like fuzzy videos here and there, but like I believe it's supposed to premiere at some point this year.
Spider-Man No Way Home leaked, and there was like unfinished footage.
Exactly. There we go.
But they shortly released the actual trailer very shortly after that leak, so we might see this trailer leak at some point.
At some point,
I mean, it might release pretty soon.
I'm also unfamiliar with the true story, so I'm actually really.
It's actually imagine if Liberace did wrestling. That's kind of what I can. That's kind of what I can go with.
Bad Bunny playing this? Is Bad Bunny playing this wrestler?
I believe so, if I'm not totally mistaken. Or, it isn't in the story that you sent me, Kevin. God.
It's that's very interesting because I don't know if you guys remember hearing about there were like rumors going around. Well, actually, I don't think it was a rumor. I think it was like just like plans that Sony had. To make like a movie about a Spider-Man villain called El Muerto, and they were going to cast Bad Bunny in the lead of that movie. But here's the thing: you guys probably have never heard of the character El Muerto, right?
I don't follow Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro.
You're giving me a lot of credit here.
You don't even know Doc Ock and Green Goblin, Connor?
I know Green Goblin because of the Willem Dafoe portrayal, but that's
what about Alfred Molina's Doc Ock?
Alfred Molina was in Fiddler on the Roof. That's where I know him from. That's the type of gay I am.
Okay, all right. Anyway, this character was such a minor character. He didn't even have his own Wikipedia article. I think it was only in like 2 issues too. And Sony was going to make a whole ass movie about this guy, and they were going to cast Bad Bunny in the lead. They were going to cast Bad Bunny as him. Even though at this point, this was before Bullet Train, so his only acting credential was like a skit, was like a Saturday Night Live skit.
And
where he was the musical guest.
Okay.
Well, like he was in the skit though, like as a character too. So you know what I mean.
I mean, I've seen people surprise us with their acting talents before, so I am going to give them an honest chance.
Yes. Yeah. I actually have like a wild casting choice in my mind, but that's for another day. So
that is for another day because we have another story to talk about. All right. Tori Amos to set sail ocean to ocean again with 2023 US tour. Tori Amos is getting ready for another summer of sin as she gears up to tour the U.S. in support of her 2021 album, Ocean to Ocean. The Scarlet's Walk songstress is setting out to play iconic outdoor venues across America this summer. The piano party kicks off in June in West Palm Beach, Florida. The tour will then culminate on July 28th in Seattle, Washington. Altogether, the tour has 28 stops. Which of her songs are you ready to sing at the top of your lungs? Kevin?
That's pretty cool.
Hey, Kevin?
What?
Who is Tori Amos?
You tell me. You're the one telling the story.
You sent me the stories, and I listened to very little music, and I was just like, this sounds like a really interesting person. I should look more into them. I don't listen to a lot of
music either.
All right, fair enough.
But
should you be interested in Tori Amos's music, you can
I'll
check
it out.
Probably easier to get tickets to her tour than
Beyonce,
which is our next story. Beyonce is finally taking Renaissance on world tour. Why did I say it like that?
Renaissance. Connor, you do have a habit of pronouncing words wrong.
No,
Remember-
because there's that TikTok audio of which was more culturally significant, the Renaissance or Beyonce single ladies. Have you not heard that one?
Yes, I've heard that one.
There you go.
Connor.
It's been stuck in my
Tony,
head.
have you?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So we're all on the same page here.
Thank you. Beyonce just announced the Renaissance World Tour, and we've already cleared our schedule and started a GoFundMe so we can be outside properly in full camp fashion. The 40-date jaunt is Queen Bee's first tour since 2016, and it's set to kick off in Stockholm on May 10th, with dates all around the globe. If Dubai was just a taste of what's in store, we're already hungry for more. Head to Beyonce.com for more details, which I find hilarious that it's just Beyonce.com. Not like Beyonce tour, not Beyonce music. It's just Beyonce.com.
I mean, yeah,
That's
she
the
has
power
her own
she has.
website. Like, it's Beyonce. Of course, Beyonce has her own website.
He's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. But here's the thing. I've already made it pretty clear. I don't listen to a lot of Beyonce music, but I did see the clips of that like secret concert in Dubai. And I was like, this is kind of amazing.
Yeah, why was the concert secret?
Aren't technically all concerts secret? They don't like it when you film stuff. It's
yeah.
like illegal or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But still, absolutely, I pity everybody because if the Taylor Swift Ticketmaster drama is like a precursor to what this is going to be,
everybody's wild about
I mean, oh God. Do you remember? Okay, this is like another pop diva, but this is like several years ago. Do you remember when Lady Gaga released Art Pop?
Yeah, and people called it art flop.
People called it art flop because they obviously want to stand Lady Gaga. But there were stories of gay men prostituting themselves, being like, "I will suck your dick if you buy 3 copies of the album Art Pop." It was a real thing, and I'm just wondering, what are we going to be doing for Beyonce now?
What a time to be alive!
Right? Come on.
I am so glad I'm not into concerts. I'm just not a concert person. I don't really go to a lot of concerts, so I'm not worried.
Absolutely. Plus, it's like no concerts ever nearby me. I always got to travel to get there, and it's like that's already a deal breaker.
Connor, I live in Asheville, North Carolina. How do you think I feel?
Exactly.
Although Orville Peck is coming here in a few months.
Okay.
Do you remember we covered it? We talked about him.
No.
He's that country singer with the fringe.
Oh
mask.
yes, I do. Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, you sent me that TikTok where it turned out that he was in that Peter Pan Gone Wrong play.
Yes, he was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next story. All right. Oh, this one actually kind of got me. The Sims, famous life simulator game, introduces top surgery scars and chest binders in a new update. The Sims has announced a trans-inclusive update, which includes the introduction of top surgery scars, chest binders, and shapewear, among other things. It comes as part of a wider effort from Electronic Arts to become more inclusive and give players more customization options. Within the body section during the Create a Sim process, users will have the opportunity to add top surgery scars to their Sims. Elsewhere in the top category, players can find a binder top asset, which can be used with a teen or older Sim. This actually made me almost want to re-download The Sims. Because I definitely, I myself do not identify as a trans member at all, but I definitely made characters that I would gradually, I would start them out one way, and then I would gradually introduce more opposite gender clothing. Don't know why. I played full Dollhouse with my Sims. I'm not just here to burn the house down and see how many of them I can kill. I'm playing out Dynasty-esque, full episodes with these characters. Yeah. And this gives me more opportunities, I think.
Yeah. Tony, have you ever played The Sims?
I do. I love The Sims, and I actually just read about this literally a couple hours ago. Mm-hmm. So I actually am really, really excited for this because just on a LGBTQ level, just the amount of norm this is for our community. I think that's really, really cool that mm-hmm. Somebody gets to see themselves in this game. But just I love The Sims growing up. I didn't know what the hell they were saying, but I loved them. So it was great.
I mean, valid, absolutely valid. But what type of games were you playing? Were you the type to burn down the house? What were your Sims doing?
I was the type that I would what's it called? put something in the oven, put something in front of the oven, take away the door, and then watch them die. You know, have them sit in front. Like if they looked up in the sky for a long time, it was called like daydreaming or something. Something would come and kill them. Like me and my brothers, all we did was just kill. We put them in the pool and we take away the ladder.
That's a classic. Take away the ladder.
I was like the Sid of like the Sid.
I do love that. Okay. And I'm just glad you came well adjusted, because that was like the argument everybody was using. Like, you know, being like, he's playing violent video games, Grand Theft Auto. It's like, no, you got to watch out for the kid that's taking the ladder.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's the one you got to worry about. All right. Once again, spinning off from video games, The Last of Us now is what I believe an HBO.
Yes.
What network is this?
Yes,
It is an
and
HBO
I actually
series. Yes.
Yes. Funny story about The Last of Us. I was going to wait until I got at my vacation home so I can watch the show with my parents, because my parents and I have been watching a lot of shows, you know, lately, and lately we've been watching them with Allison and James. That's my sister and my brother-in-law, Tony, just for context's sake. And here's the thing: I did not think that my parents would want to watch The Last of Us on their own, because it's based on a video game, and they're old and they don't play video games. They don't care about them.
That's your whole reason. They're old.
But my mom watches The Walking Dead, so she likes zombie stuff, and I didn't take that into consideration. And they were watching it without me, and so I just saw the first episode today.
Oh, that's adorable. Your parents excluded you from your own activity.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, jumping back to the story.
That's why I put up watching it.
The Last of Us writer says episode 3 was originally 2 hours and made him cry so hard it hurt. The Last of Us widely acclaimed third episode was originally 2 hours long, according to co-creator and co-writer Craig Mazin. Titled Long, Long Time, the episode chronicles the love story between paranoid survivalist, played by Bill, played by Nick Offerman, and his partner Frank, played by Murray Bartlett. Written by Mazin, Long, Long Time was met with overwhelming praise for the script, Offerman and Bartlett's performances, and its subversion of harmful LGBTQ+ tropes. It has since been hailed as one of the best episodes of television ever broadcast. Speaking with Deadline, Mazin said he knew the episode was special once he saw the director's cut, which was almost 2 hours. I was like, this is a quote, I was like, oh, that's probably not good, and I sat down, but I'm like, okay, I'll watch the 2 hour version of this episode. And I cried so hard that at one point I actually said out loud, ow, I mean it hurt. I cried so hard it hurt, unquote. That is actually adorable. That's really fun. I mean, a little bit of context, I only played like maybe the first like half hour of Last of Us, because I'm not like super into like zombie stuff, but it does take place at like the impetus of like the end of the world, and there are like zombies running around, and like Bill, I believe, I don't want to go into spoilers because the show is like, you know, it's still running, it's like very possible to spoiler it, but this is Bill dealing with the loss of his partner, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin has no idea. Okay.
I've never played The Last of Us.
Yeah, the show is on the air right now, Kevin. What are you talking about? Anyway,
yeah, but I never played the video game though.
That's Kevin. It's
what I'm saying. So I don't know the story, and I haven't watched that episode yet.
I mean, okay, that's another story. But there's like a jump off that I was talking about, where I didn't want to like bring the mood down, but like I did see a lot of people commenting on like the forced gay representation in the show, saying that like, oh, they made Bill gay, they're forcing their agenda on us, which I love forcing my agenda on people, but this was not it. No. Bill, first of all, the lead of the show is Ellie, who is very gay, which is another story. But the character of Bill was also canonically gay in the game. So this is like a one-to-one reimagining.
Adaptation.
That's the word. Thank you. But like the creators have come out to say like, hey, if you guys are like going to come into this with your homophobia, maybe our show's not for you. And that's fine.
Which every like show creator or artist should say to people who have those opinions, who have those like bigoted ass opinions. It's like,
Absolutely,
hey,
but like
if you don't like gay people, this show is not for you. Like, just say that.
I mean, yeah.
Do you agree, Tony?
I agree. Yeah.
I would say it's like a fairly common, like it's an opinion that most people with like, half an ounce of like, self-respect would have, but a lot of it comes down to money. This company was like very forward. Like, we don't care. Like, if this doesn't make money, we're here to like show life as it is. And if you don't like it, please don't watch. And I love that. All right. I believe this is the last story we have for right now. And then we can get into the fun stuff. Slovenia becomes the first Eastern European country to introduce same-sex marriage. On February 2nd, 2023, it officially marked the day in which the legislation finally comes to effect in the country. The amendment was passed on October 4th in 2022 by the country's parliament, with 48 members of parliament in favor, 29 against, and 1 abstaining. Quote, with these changes, we are recognizing the rights of same-sex couples that should have had these rights for a long time, State Secretary Simon Malevic has said as he presented the amendment to his... Eastern Europe is like not like known for being super progressive, obviously, with this being, the first country to do so. But I was like, this is really good. And it's not even just like same-sex marriage, it's also same-sex adoption. Like, that's another big step. Like,
wow. It's a pretty big deal.
So thank you, Slovenia, for recognizing that we're humans.
Yeah.
Kind of all we really needed. And I do believe that is the last story. Am I right, Kevin?
I mean, there was one more, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know. It was just about one of the cast members of Real Friends of WeHo being like, "Hey, you called me a gay man, and I'm not. I don't identify as that."
Oh, that's upsetting.
Who was that?
And I don't even live in WeHo.
I don't even live in WeHo. How did I not see this story?
Wait, was that?
I don't know. I put it on the Google. I put it on the Google Doc.
I was moving fast. I'm sorry. What was that?
Was that the one that said, because I heard that there's a whole article about like none of us are friends, like it was all fake.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I've actually got the story right now. Okay. I'm gonna butcher this name. Dorian or Dorian?
I believe it's Dorian.
Dorian, let's go with that. Dorian from the Real Friends of WeHo is clearing up speculation on his sexuality, revealing how the show played out, and claims production left them out to dry. A lot of his quotes, I found it. Okay. Kevin, this is not a news story. This is just quotes from an interview.
Yeah, okay. I know, but it's just that we talked about the Real Friends of WeHo in an earlier episode. And, this is just I think this is just kind of an interesting update that it's like the situation got from worse to worser.
Yeah.
Okay, so the yada yada version is, I do not live in West Hollywood. I live in the Valley, and I love the Valley. I'm not friends with anybody in the cast aside from Curtis, and I've also never confirmed or talked about my sexuality. I felt betrayed because they've been identifying me as something I am not. I am Dorian Renaud. That's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
That's...
And
also, they were saying that they were approached as the A-list New York. Well, obviously, it was originally called the A-list Los Angeles.
Which was a spin-off, which is going to be like a reboot spin-off of the A-list New York.
And they said they didn't want to be involved with it if it was... I'm sorry.
No, I've never seen the A-list New York, no.
Oh, okay. It's messy.
Yeah.
I mean, but they also said, had I known it was going to be on MTV, I didn't want to be involved. I said no several times.
Wow.
Oh, man. Wow, I'm actually interested now.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And you said it was just quotes.
Dude, and I'm
it is quotes. Oh,
I'm sorry,
my goodness.
Tony, what was that?
I said it sounds like a train wreck. Sorry, my dog. It sounds like a train wreck, and I'm kind of all for it.
We are here for the drama. That is kind of
90%.
Oh, God, I'm not going to watch the show, though. I don't want to. Todrick Hall's on it. I don't want to watch it. That's my bar. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's anyway, we could go on and on about Real Friends of WeHo, but actually it is kind of related because I was gonna have some questions to you, Tony, about like production, about like things that went on in the production side.
I think we should use that in your segment, Kevin. Well,
yes.
Technically mine, but I'm very cool with it.
We made like Missy Elliott and flipped it and reversed it.
Kevin, you said that before we started filming.
Yeah, that was before we started filming, though. Now the audience can hear. Wait, Tony, you were here. Never mind. Anyway, so it is time for my hyperfixation of the week. And my hyperfixation of the week is our guest, Tony Cannoli.
Hello again.
Hello again.
And specifically, my hyperfixation, Tony, is you on for the Love of DILFs.
Oh, thank you.
So for those of you who don't remember, for the Love of DILFs, it is so Tony.
It's the show that made me walk off screen because I was so irate with the name of the show.
Oh yeah, Tony.
Kevin told me the name of the show, and I was like, "This is Kevin fucking with me. He's having a go at me. It's not a real show. Stormy Daniels isn't involved." And then he started saying, like, "Oh, it's divided into like teams of." Kevin, please.
Of himbos and daddies.
And I just lost it. I was like, I can't take this seriously, but it is a real thing, as evidenced by your presence.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes. Tony, how would you describe the show For the Love of DILFs?
I don't even know. I just think it's like, I feel like it's like we're in on the joke a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's very sincere. I do think so. I know it's like this whole big thing, like, you know, DILFs and himbos, and like we all know it's funny. You know, we have like if you watch the show, you have Dr. DILF narrating, and he's just
Dr. DILF,
very funny. But at the same time, when like you're gonna see if you keep watching, it does get very sincere, and there's gonna be a lot of drama coming, folks. A lot of
There was a little bit of drama in episode 1 with
that. I will say this right now. It's so funny because like we overheard, like where I was in the house, I kind of overheard it, and it was like this big thing, and watching it, I was like, oh, y'all don't even know what's about to come. If that was a forest fire, I'm telling you right now,
also it's foreshadowing.
Oh, like, well, yeah, I can't say much.
Okay, all right.
NDAs.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
I don't want to get you in trouble with Dr. DILF. Okay, I don't want him.
We'll see.
Don't say that one.
I don't want him to take away your jock strap.
Right. Which that was all. It's so funny because I'm getting so many messages. Like, was that real? Was that how you picked your daddy? And that was all real. Like, literally, like, we walked on, Stormy Daniels came out, and we had underwear in front of us, and we, like, literally, it was like the gay matrix, and we had to pick underwear. And that was, like, the first thing of this house. And I'm like, what planet am I on? Like, this is ridiculous. But I kind of loved it.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching the show. I'm like, what?
I just want to jump in for like 2 seconds.
Dr. DILF says they were used.
Oh god.
But they weren't, right? Or were they? That's not an official question. I just wanted to know.
Wait, what was that?
Were the underwear actually like used, or were they clean?
Oh, I have no idea, dude. I didn't even know where we were for the first 20 minutes.
I just wanted to like hop back in here and say, like, Kevin did offer me a chance to watch the show with his like account, but I was like, no, I want to like join the conversation completely blind, and I'm already hooked. I'm already like, what am I listening to?
Yeah, Tony, I actually did specifically get an Out TV account just to watch this show.
As did I, my friend. As did I.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not that expensive. It's only $4 a month.
Yeah, it's really not, and it's all for the cause. Anything for the cause.
Yes, anything for the cause. Anyway, where were we on this? I guess we were talking about the underwear selection.
Yep.
You know, so Tony, you were kind of a breakout star in this first episode. You know, a lot of people have been talking about you. I've seen, you know, what people have been saying about you. One person described you as having like a Leave It to Beaver attitude.
I actually took photos. I took screenshots from, I believe, your Instagram post.
Oh,
can I please read my 2 favorites?
I've been getting a lot of wonderful, like, positive feedback, but that's all wonderful and good. But like the funny things are like I'm living for the craziness. I think it's so funny.
This is a direct quote you posted on your Instagram story. Tony Cannoli is a cartoon character. He's a Pikachu with a 5 o'clock shadow on his chest.
Let me tell you something. That is going to be on my tombstone. I don't care what.
I don't blame you. I was like, that's actually not like, that's actually funny. Like,
No, dude, I love it.
but then the other one, this was another one that you had posted. It's like a quote, I guess, like just talking about the show. Stormy Daniels is delightful in this. I hope Tony Cannoli and Alex Tikas get to have gay sex together. I hope the 37-year-old Gordon escapes the DILFs Island Manor. I wish nothing but the best for everyone involved, except Dr. DILF. He can go eat a bag of DILFs. But not just sex, gay sex.
Gay sex. My favorite kind of sex.
I mean,
Yes.
It was just the funniest thing. And now I'm whole hog into this. I'm like,
It's so funny. On TikTok, there's all these people that are tagging Ben Shapiro because apparently they think that I look like Ben Shapiro. And so it's all these.
I've heard that.
So in these kisses, so it's me kissing the Alex Tikas, and everyone's like, "What is Ben Shapiro doing?"
That's incredible. They've
So Ben
weaponized you.
Shapiro is gonna know who Tony Cannoli is, and that's all I ever wanted from this show.
Oh my god,
Your name is
gonna be
oh,
a
wow.
wild.
That is
You know what? You know what
incredible.
he's probably gonna do? He's probably gonna be flattered that he's being compared to you. He's probably gonna be like, "Oh, thank you. You think I'm this muscular, handsome
I
man?"
don't know. I think I'm gonna get sued in like 5 seconds.
Oh, you think you're gonna get sued?
I hope he goes like full George Santos and was like, I never kissed a gay man at any point in my life. How dare the liberal left try and paint me as a blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wait. Connor, you actually shared this with me. You told me this, that he is now taking credit for producing Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark,
He was telling, like,
failed
potential,
Broadway musical.
Yeah, potential investors. Oh yeah, I was a producer on the Broadway flop Spider-Man, and it was very not true.
Like, is he just doing this on purpose at this point? Is he just fucking with us?
The more shit we find out about this dumpster fire, it just
His
like,
dumpster.
oh, he also had like a what was that karaoke app Smule?
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like
that,
you can like
yeah.
sing along to it. There's recordings of George Santos singing "Let It Go" with his whole heart.
He was only doing Disney songs.
right. That's another story. We're here to
That's
talk
gay,
about
though.
Tony.
That's
Hey.
gay.
Kevin.
Well, I mean, it is relevant because Tony, would you identify as a Disney gay?
Oh, dude, absolutely, wholeheartedly, and you're gonna see this. Like, it's so.
And as
funny
you can see,
because
Connor is as well.
Mug of the day, Kevin.
His
I
backdrop
said
and
so
his mug
many
of the day.
things on set, and I'm surprised that I even made any of the footage. I really
Right?
thought
Yeah, I remember you said that in one of your stories. You said that you were worried they were going to cut all of your because you kept on referencing Disney. But I
so
caught a
many
few of
times.
them. I caught a few of them. Like
I don't even think. Well, I don't even think. God bless, but I don't think they knew that was Disney because I said a lot of Disney things on that date, and none of them made it. None of them made. I made Let It Go references. I made like Tangled references. I made Mary Poppins references. None of them made it, but somehow the Beauty and the Beast reference made it at the end, and I laughed.
I guess they're not true fans.
I'm like they don't even because I said I'm like I guess there's something there that wasn't there before. I guess they didn't understand it, and I laughed out loud that they. I mean, maybe they did.
I saw it.
It's very Beauty and the Beast as Alex called us. So maybe they did understand it. That was a nice little slide in.
Maybe.
But if not, I just pat myself on the back for getting a mouse message by.
Yeah.
I do love that.
Indoctrinate the children.
He said while wearing his Universal shirt.
Right. Well, I have my Disney hat. My hat's Disney.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
That's actually
Universal
really
as well. Never mind.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, I just gotta say, it was so great to see. Like so you were paired up with Alex in the house, or at least in the first episode. I mean, don't no spoilers, but because I don't know how your guys' relationship evolves in the house, or hell, even if you guys got together after the show. I don't know. Don't tell me. You don't have to tell me that. But I just find it very. it's just an insane juxtaposition. The way that he's like, and let me clarify this. Let me clarify before I say this. Sex work is work, and I fully support it, and I think it should be decriminalized.
Hallelujah.
That being said, it was just very it was great to see Alex say directly to you. So just so you know, I am a sex worker. I have sex with people for a living. Are you okay with that? And you were like, this is just like a fairy tale.
I did. I watched it with my brothers, and my brothers were on the floor laughing because, like, but that literally all happened, and you're gonna see as the season progresses, because our worlds are so different. You know, I work with kids. He's a sex worker, and like you said, sex work is real work, and I totally support him, and he's an amazing person. But you're gonna see as I would like to know more about that because I'm so far from that world, and it's really really interesting. I've learned so much from him, and I can't spoil so much, but it's gonna be a very very interesting season because we're so yin and yang in a way, but I mean, I guess opposites attract.
I do love that. All right.
Okay. Connor, were you going to say something?
I was, but I forgot what it was instantly.
Okay.
Can't keep it out in my head.
Yeah, it's like I guess your fairy tale. It's instead of Cinderella leaving behind a shoe, she left behind a jock strap.
Yeah.
How does that fall off?
How does it not fall off, Connor?
It's ripped off, my friend. Ripped off. Sin. Put in the sin in Cinderella.
You're just making me jealous now, and it's not fair.
And let me the jockstrap thing isn't even done yet. There's so much jockstrap stuff coming up. So
there's more.
Oh, more jockstrap stuff.
Literally,
oh my!
As
goodness.
you said that, I got a grinder notification. Okay, well,
we're just so on brand right now. Okay, Sony. So I think it's about time I started asking you some questions about the show, or actually a few that are just about you in general. Okay. So on the show, you were a part of Team Himbo. Did production tell you that you were going to be labeled as such, like throughout the show?
Yes, I knew immediately that we were called Team Himbo. And it's so funny. Maybe I am such a himbo. I had no idea what himbo meant. I'm like,
well, that was actually going to be my follow-up question. Was do you identify as a himbo?
I mean, sure. If the check clears, why not? No, no,
valid.
I think himbo is cool. We were called himbos so much, during the show that like now it's just a fun thing, and I'm always just gonna treasure the word himbo in that weird way. So yeah, I guess technically, I guess I am a himbo as I'm now on the screen labeled Tony Himbo.
I am an aspiring himbo.
God bless.
Yeah,
Kevin posted his first ab photo the other day.
I'm trying to get as big as you.
You're perfect.
Shut up. No, I'm not.
Oh my
God. So I was gonna. So part of that question was also going to be like, what are your thoughts on the term himbo? Do you find it a term of endearment? Because one thing I've noticed is that a lot of gay men so the definition of himbo, to put it in the simplest terms, is a man who's not very smart but is sweet and
polite,
attractive. Sweet and attractive. But now I've noticed that a lot of straight men, when they are called himbo, they take it as offense because they focus on the dumb part. But I've noticed that a lot of gay men, when they're called himbo, they take it as a term of endearment because they're focusing on the sweet and attractive part. Like, it's like a straight man's like, "What, you think I'm dumb?" And a gay man's like, "Oh, you think I'm attractive and sweet?"
Yeah, that's funny. So yeah.
So
the duality in all men.
Yeah,
it's funny because I have a personal trainer, and I was telling him when he saw the show, he goes, "Himbo, what does that mean?" And I'm playing dumb, like, I don't know, man. So being the guy that he is, he looked it up, and he read the part that said, not very smart, and he goes, "Oh, I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all." And I was like, I guess
and your
really
trainer is straight, correct?
I think it's fun. But like, it's so funny that like, yeah, straight men, I guess, are a little like, oh, I don't, and maybe they take it a little more seriously,
right?
Because I'm over here, singing "Let It Go" while I work out, so I guess I can't really. I'm quite the opposite.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Do love that.
Right. And you're just to clarify, your trainer is straight, correct?
Correct. Yes, he is. I thought you were gonna, just to clarify, you are gay, right? I'm like,
Yes, you know what? I was actually thinking about asking that. I was
Going
going
to
be
be
like,
like
so
the
first
final
question,
question of the episode.
gay?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So my next question, for the Love of DILFs is a very sexual show. This actually, you kind of brought up a point about this, about the juxtaposition between you and Alex. So for the Love of DILFs is a very sexual show, but you seem to have a very family-friendly brand in your line of work. Are you worried this might cause any kind of conflict, or do you think that you can balance these two sides of your public image?
In the words of Jennifer Lawrence, I really don't fucking know. I mean,
That's okay. You know what? That's okay if you don't.
It's funny. Like, I am very family oriented, and you'll see this on the show. I mean, like they said, I'm a Leave It to Beaver character come to life. I'm very much, that's who I am. I wish it was an act, but it's really just that's who I am.
Well, that's great. That's
but
great.
Like, I don't really see this as like going to ruin that image, because I mean, I don't know, why can't a Leave It to Beaver character, you know, be on a Stormy Daniels dating show? You know? So in my mind, I'm just here for the ride. I get one life, and I'm just doing everything I possibly can. Any road that or door that opens, I'm just gonna walk inside. You know,
I do
with
that.
protection.
Right. Right. And I just feel like, you know, this, you know, might be like, you know, this is kind of relevant in like what's going on in politics right now, where like, you know, there's this propaganda that like gay men are like, you know, trying to sexualize children, and so they'll try to correlate any kind of like two sides of it. But it's just, you know,
Drag queens
it's
are
obviously
reading
not
the Kama
fair,
Sutra
because
at
it's
the
like,
library.
you know, some, like a lot of gay men like yourself, you know, you care about kids, and, you know, you want to teach them, you want to inspire them.
And that's why, like,
but also like you're a grown up, and grown ups have sex.
And that's why I love about the show so much, is that we're all so different, you know, like with the Himbos. I mean, most of them all work in clubs, you know, like that. Some of them are in school. You have me, who's kind of very family oriented and is just a nerd. So like, we're all just very, very different. But I like that, because not every Himbo is, you know, in the club, you know, dancing, or I have no rhythm at all. So, I mean, so like everyone, I'm just saying, like, it's really cool that people can relate to us, because we're all different, you know. And I mean, I'm not, and like you said, people think they have this, you know, concept of what gay is, and not to say that like there's a stereotype in that, but I mean, I would like to think of myself as my own version of a stereotype, and I hope that kind of fits in somewhere. And I feel like, I hope somehow there's someone in this world, or in the States, or in anywhere, that can just look at this and watch that and be like, that guy reminds me of me, and maybe there's something special about me that I can one day find love or something.
That's very sweet.
Right.
This was actually like, I think I've made this argument on the show before. The concept of like stereotypes in gay culture. When you think of like a stereotypical gay man, you're picturing the limp wrist, the lisp, the pink, and like, you know, all that. I don't know what the word you would call it, but the stereotypical effeminate culture. And, you know, that was something that I heard a lot growing up, was like, oh my God, Connor, you're gay, but you're not a stereotype. And I was like, that's not a compliment. That's like, you know, there are people out there that like to live their lives like that. They're real people. They're valid. So to see like something along the lines of like maybe leaning a little bit more into stereotype, that also like, that reflects real life in some people, not everybody. Obviously, we're not trying to put everybody under that umbrella, but it's nice to see, you know, all walks of life represented.
Exactly.
Which it sounds like what your show is doing is actually quite fabulous with that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just said the word fabulous. Talk about stereotypes.
Oh, we're gay, people. We're gay.
We're gay. Yeah. So, yeah, it is. And also, just to add on to that, I love how there were people in the comments of your videos who recognized you from you were in a show of Paw Patrol Live, correct?
I toured with Paw Patrol Live. I was Ryder. I played the kid. And so
right.
I toured all over the U.S. and Canada. The commercial still plays. So after this, they're probably gonna like take that stuff down, because I'm there kissing men all over television. And I'm still in the commercials as we speak. It is still me. with my
For Paw Patrol Live? Wait, are you talking about for Paw Patrol Live or for the Love of
Paw
DILFs?
Patrol Live with Paw Patrol Live.
Okay.
It's still me in all the commercials, and because it's wherever I go, whenever it's in town, I see it. It's playing all over Nick Jr. And but yeah, it's crazy how people recognize me from that, being like, he's Ryder from Paw Patrol Live, and I'm like, I was discovered. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm like, it's like I'm like my Clark Kent.
That's incredible. You know, that's the first thing I'm gonna do once we hang up. It's like looking at the commercial.
Oh, you'll see it, and you'll see me running with my giant dogs. Dude, I'm so
cool.
gay that I named my dog Chase from Paw Patrol. Like that's
Oh,
that's how I am, dude.
adorable though.
Okay. All right. So next question. You said in the show that you used to wrestle. Was this high school, college, or professionally?
Oh my god, can you imagine for professionally? Yeah. Me and John Cena. Let's just
I think someone commented you should join the WWE.
My sexual awakening was wrestling John Cena.
I mean,
right? No, it was actually like in middle school. I did it in middle school, and then
Middle school. Okay, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, and then once I came to high school, I did a little bit, but then I was totally involved in musicals and stuff. But yeah, and then I did like boxing and wrestling on the side because I got picked on so much in high school that like my dad, like I got beat up once really badly, and so then my dad put me in boxing, you know, just to like help defend myself, and that just led it to like, you know, sports outside of school.
Oh, okay.
I have a very quick question that I believe is absolutely necessary. What is your favorite musical?
Oh, Into the Woods.
Yes! Kevin was not so milky white.
Wait, what was that?
Kevin was the cow that was not as white as milk in our
Yes.
production.
No way. Are you kidding? I was Jack, so that's hysterical.
Kevin, give us a moo. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. I will rip you to shreds. Kevin O'Lear.
That is some equity shit, dude. That's fantastic.
That's the moo I did on stage.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
Yes.
Thank you for answering that. That was going to burn a hole in my brain.
Right. I was going to ask if it was the latter too. Do you have any videos? But it wasn't. So
videos of what?
Of Tony wrestling.
Of course.
Oh no.
But like if you're in middle school, like I don't want that.
Oh, Kevin, don't be gross. Oh.
Well, yeah, I'm not being gross. I'm saying I don't want that.
Just continue, I beg of you.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So this question's a little off topic. So I follow you on social media, and I noticed that you're friends with a performing strongman. Have you ever considered giving that a shot?
That's actually my personal trainer.
That's your trainer. Oh,
yeah, that's so fun. That's my trainer, and I get that asked all the time. Like, why don't you, you know, try the strongman stuff? And one day, from years from now, I probably will be doing it just because it does interest me, and I can add that just to my repertoire of things. But as of right now, I don't have any time. So I feel like that takes a lot of time to become a strongman.
Right.
I would
Okay.
think, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Did you see that? Did you also see one of his videos where he said that if he was to be a wrestler, he would be called Kid Sexy?
I did not see that, but hey Eric, how are you?
Oh my god,
that's so funny.
Okay. Yeah, and also I do think it would be funny that like on top of your personality, I don't know, I just think it would be funny if you were also like incredibly strong.
Oh, dude, that's I mean, like, knock on wood, I'm getting there. But that's so funny. Can you imagine? I'm just gonna be talking about like Mary Poppins while like bending steel. And that's the dream.
Yeah.
I do love that. That's a niche market that has not been explored yet. So
That's true. Okay. So this is last question. What's Stormy Daniels like?
What was that?
What's Stormy Daniels like?
Stormy Daniels is actually really funny. There were a lot of times where she was just cracking jokes, you know, while we were in the house. And again, like, you know, a lot of things that are you know, recorded don't actually make it to the cut because it has to be, you know, fit into a segment of a show. But she's actually really, really cool, and she's really, really pretty. I'm not even just saying that. And what's really cool about Stormy is she was very involved with all of us. Like, she lived in the house with us.
Oh,
so like,
Really? Okay.
Thing with us, she really was like, she talked to her. You're gonna see, like, she does actually talk to us about our relationships. You know, she mingles with us. It's really, she's a really cool person in my book. I really, really have so much love for her.
well, that's sweet.
I don't know if she
Yeah,
remembers
that's
me,
sweet.
but she's a cool person.
All right.
I love her conversation with Dr. Dilf at the end of the first episode, where she's like, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the
That whole
Himbos.
thing-
Send nudes.
that whole segment, I had no idea existed. And so when we were all watching at the premiere, I was with the rest of the guys, we were all like grabbing each other, like, "What is this? What is this?" Like, it looked like an 80s like horror film with the fog and stuff. I was all for it.
Yeah,
All
it was.
for
Yeah,
it.
that was kind of weird. They were using like it was like it had like a sinister vibe to it almost. Like
because I think, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like, I don't think the world is like, there's so much that's gonna happen, good and bad. God bless. I'm nervous for it. I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
because there's a
excited for
lot
it.
of drama that's coming to the House of Dilf, and we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot of different characters in there. We're all different, and we all have opinions, and we all are not afraid, I guess, to voice our opinions. But that's what makes it fun, and I have so much love for everyone involved, and yeah, you're gonna have to tune in and see.
all right, yeah, wow, I can't wait for that. Okay, so Tony, that concludes my my questions. However, we do still have a little bit of time before we wrap this up.
Can
Is
I
there
fill in
any-
the time with something really quick, Kevin?
What?
Can I fill in the time with something really quick?
Sure.
All right. So this is an excerpt from our high school production of Into the Woods.
I
Oh
love
my
this.
god.
I
Wait,
love
Connor,
this.
no. Wait, did I say something really cringy in this one?
Let's find out.
Oh my
Kevin
no!
O'Lear, who plays the other bovine, is so happy and lucky to be in his third Harvard Fields Company
oh my
musical.
God, no, this one's really cringe.
And it's
Connor,
going to be
please.
totally awesome. He hopes to one day invent a hat that runs on sadness because he's so gothic. He also
my
hopes to enslave the earth with his genetically engineered
I do
chimera
not
army.
approve of that message.
Just kidding.
I don't condone that message. I don't
Kind of.
condone any of that.
Oh my god, I love this. I love it.
Right? Come on.
It's okay.
don't condone
I was
slavery.
like the Rachel Berry of high school, so I can't judge at all. My little bios were paragraphs.
This was my senior show. Mine was like an entire monologue. It's quite disgusting. Oh Lord. Anyway, we're not going to read that one.
You played.
Wait, who are you into it?
You played
I was Cinderella's prince.
Oh my god, yes, Cinderella's Prince.
It was so fun.
It's just a great show, dude. I could watch the show for the rest of my life. I could watch it in Broadway or a community theater and it could be so.
What's your opinion on the movie?
I mean, they filmed it. That's cool.
They did indeed.
I will say this. I love Meryl's dress. Love the dress.
Okay,
That's
fair
true.
enough.
That's as far as
Great
I'll go.
gowns,
And
beautiful
just
gowns.
Great gowns, great wigs.
There's not much I can say. Do you know that they were gonna make that a movie, like in like the 80s or 90s, with
Cher was going to
Cher
play the witch.
and Robin Williams as the baker? That
Neil
is
Patrick
the
Harris
movie
as Jack.
I want to see, dude.
Jim Henson's going to make the freaking cow.
Dude, that's what I wanted to see. Instead, we got like the fairy tale version of the Avengers, and I don't know.
Hot take. Should have been a two-parter.
Well, we'll get Wicked like that, I guess.
We're getting
Yeah.
Wicked like that. Dune is that? I mean,
Which already, did you see they uploaded some of the teasers for they got leaked for Little Mermaid, and so Melissa McCarthy, her Ursula was just shown, and so everyone's going crazy right now.
really? I
I'm a
missed
little
that.
upset because she's very D-drag.
I agree, dude. I thought the same thing.
Connor, you
we
saw
have
these
this
leaks?
coral.
Yes.
We have this coral
I
thing
missed
up here.
it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's fake. I hope it's probably not, but like
I know.
it looks like she looks like she's wearing an Instagram filter, and it just didn't. It's not. I don't know. I'm sorry, Melissa. But, like,
No.
it could have been bigger and better. I don't know.
Yeah. And she's not purple.
Haley looks great. I'm really excited for her as Ariel. She looks and sounds amazing. But I was on the fence with Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. But then looking at that, I mean, she looks stunning. Melissa McCarthy looks stunning as Ursula. Yeah. But from what I saw, I don't know. And the pop came out too, and the pop looks like she's wearing like a thing from Marshalls, like a shoulder piece from Marshalls. And I'm like,
did this just come out today?
They're all like leaks. They're not like released to the public yet.
Yeah,
so
I know. But
like,
did these leaks come out today?
Yeah, they've been out for a while.
Yeah.
How have I missed these?
The Ursula one I did see today. I saw the pop, and I'm like, that can't be real. And then I saw Ursula today, and I'm like, oh, the pop was real. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like she's wearing a cardigan made out of coral.
Let me see that cardigan.
Yeah. Let me see that cardigan.
These are the conversation I was hoping to have. Talking about Disney and musicals. Reality TV. What? I don't know that. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I guess maybe I should have focused more on that.
Well, if you would like to come and join us and talk more about this exact area.
I would love to. But when I see the trailer for Little Mermaid, if you would like a third wheel, I will be here and give you my
deep dive breakdown. Yes.
Yes. Okay. You know what? Great. Honestly, yeah. Happen. Like, let's do that.
Sorry, Bug.
Good. Let me tell you something. I have a lot of opinions on the mouse right now. A lot of opinions.
Ooh.
Good and bad. Good and bad.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you Are you sad that Splash Mountain is gone?
I could give a shit less. I could give a shit less.
Did you buy $1,000 bottle?
What I'm more pissed off about is I wish the ride told the story of Princess and the Frog rather than this weird story of Princess Tiana in the bayou. I don't know.
Looking for ingredients.
Because like, is Dr. Facilier not going to be in the ride? Because like, they got to add him. They got
like how cool would it be if you're on the log and you turn and you see the first thing you see is her on the balcony with the frog. That right there is worth the price of admission, in my opinion, of Disney. But instead, she's going to be in the bayou. I don't even know what she's doing, wearing pants. And that's cool. That's great. Everyone loves pants. But I'd rather see her in her blue dress on the balcony.
I absolutely get it.
Well, maybe that'll be the final show scene. Who knows?
I don't think so. We're going to get Mama Odie. We're going to get Mama Odie with the giant, what's it called? Boat at the end. The same animatronics, just singing Dig a Little Deeper, and that's the finale we're gonna get. And maybe Princess and Princess Tiana in their green outfits.
Maybe, probably, actually.
Okay, well, maybe, I don't know.
We have plenty of time to speculate. Write your theories down and we'll discuss them in later dates.
Yes. So we have officially come to the end of the podcast. Tony, is there anything you would like to plug before we wrap up?
Sure, and you can check out my children's book if you have kids. It's an LGBTQ children's book called Gil the Merboy. It's about a little merboy who's just trying to find himself and realizes that you can be a treasure just being yourself. And also, you can check out more of my Instagram at tony.cannoli. And check me out on For the Love of DILFs. It's going to be really, really fun. And I'm just really, really excited to be a part of it.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, Tony. This has been Fruity Cereal. You can follow us anywhere at Fruity Cereal. That's fruity like the food and cereal like the number. Connor, where can people find you?
Did you say fruity like the food?
Yeah, okay. Fruits are food.
Yeah, never mind. This is why I usually do the outros. You can follow me across all social media at Connor K Fitz 92. That's across all social media except for my OnlyFans, which you will not have access to.
And you can follow me anywhere at It's Kevin O'Lear. That's ITSKEVINOLEAR. That is I'm sorry. I was going to spell something completely different, but I ruined it.
What?
I was going to spell sperm and cum, but it's fine.
Kevin, we just finished talking about a children's book.
Anyway, Tony, thank you so much for being here. Once again, this has been Fruity Cereal. Good night, Tri-State area.
Hey, Fruity, for the love of God. Goodbye, guys.